Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dina Danielle and I own the blog Nomad Moda. So today I'm really excited because it is April 15th, 2021, which may mean absolutely nothing to you unless it's your birthday or something, or someone you love, the birthday of someone you love. But to me, it's the day that I get to open this letter. So I really wanted to start this video on April 15th, 2021. And I just want to prove to you that it is that day, April 15th. When I was in college, I had a friend, Christy, and we actually kind of grew up together. We went to high school together and we went to college together. And one day we were hanging out and we said, okay, let's write letters to our future selves. So we did. That was 10 years ago. I cannot believe that I still have this letter. Since then, this is when I was living in Iowa. I went to school at University of Iowa in Iowa City. And since then, I have moved so many times. I moved from Iowa to Chicago, to Spain, then to Miami, then back to Spain, then back to Miami, and then to LA. So when I was in Miami, I lived in 4 different apartments. Since I've been in LA, I've lived in 4 different apartments. So this letter has traveled with me throughout 10 years of my life to different states, to different countries. I don't know, it was probably in storage, so maybe it didn't actually go to Spain, but we'll say it went to Spain, and is now here with me in my Los Angeles apartment. I wrote this letter when I was 19. I am now 29, and I remember some of the stuff that we wrote. Of course, I don't remember everything that I wrote, and I don't remember everything that she put in her letter, but I know that she said she would be living somewhere sunny because I have that on the front of my letter. I just didn't want to, I want to respect her privacy as well because I don't know how she feels about having all of this out in the open. And the letter has her full name on it, so that's why I folded it up, covering her name. But it says, call Facebook or whatever new form of technology there is at that time. And her name's Christy. That's what I'm covering up, but it actually had her full name. She'll be somewhere sunny, which she is definitely somewhere sunny and warm now. And we were both in Iowa, and I know we were both very much looking forward to getting the fuck out of there. I also know that when I wrote this letter, I was in a relationship. I had a boyfriend in college and we were pretty serious. Everyone thought we were going to get married. The letter probably has something about him in it. And I know my life is just so different than what I would have expected at 19. So I really am kind of nervous to open this and to realize like it's probably nothing like I expected or anticipated or hoped for. So my friend, we've been in touch and she still has her letter, which is amazing because she's moved so many times too. But the thing is, she had dental surgery today. So she is probably recovering from that and in bed. I messaged her and said, how are you feeling? But she was anticipating this dental surgery and knew that she probably wouldn't be feeling great and be able to open the letter on the 15th. So I'm like, should I wait for her? Should I open it exactly on the day? I don't know. So I may just open it for you, and then I'm going to FaceTime with her and we're going to like talk about them together. So I'm going to, because my friend isn't messaging me back and I know she's probably not feeling well, I'm gonna wait to open the letter because we promised we'd open them together. So I'm gonna be a good friend and wait. And then I'll share the letter with you. So I'll be back soon. My friend and I opened the letters on the 18th in the evening on Sunday over Zoom. So I'm just gonna read you part of mine now. So I read it with her, but yeah, I'll read it for you now. So I don't know why I aged myself. I'm not 30 yet. My birthday is next month, and I should have known this when I wrote this letter. I should know my own birthday, but I go, Dear 30-year-old Dina, first of all, you are awesome. And this is this is where it starts to go south. Because you are now owning and managing a simple but chic art gallery in Boulder, Colorado, where you feature the work of talented and creative artists as well as your own photography from your many travels. You can rely on your successful gallery for your income and can do things that you enjoy in your spare time. For example, go on hikes, take yoga and dance classes, and anything else your heart desires. You also play guitar and sing your own songs that you have written over the years and songs written by other musicians. You have good relationships with family members and are happily married to someone who treats you well and is financially stable. Love, 19, almost 20-year-old Dina. Actually, reading it again, I don't feel quite as embarrassed or quite as kind of like, I think it was a little disappointing, honestly, to read it and be like, oh, my life is nothing like I thought it would be. My friend kind of called me out on that, and she was like, well, you're still doing the things you love, you're still, you know, creating content, and you're still creative, and you live somewhere you love, and you are hiking and doing yoga. And I put Boulder, Colorado because I had a boyfriend in Boulder, Colorado, so obviously that's why I wanted to live there. I spent a lot of time there, and I do really love it. It's a beautiful place, and you're near the mountains and stuff, but it's really a blessing that that relationship didn't work out. Rejection is redirection, and honestly, had I stayed in that relationship, I wouldn't have done half of the things that I have done in the past 10 years. I wouldn't have traveled to Spain, I wouldn't have lived in Miami, I wouldn't have moved to Los Angeles. Like, I wouldn't have started I probably wouldn't have started a jewelry business. I probably wouldn't have been focusing on my blog. I wouldn't have had half of the relationships that I've had that have allowed me to grow and to learn. So sometimes when you think something isn't working out in your favor, it really is, and you just have to trust. At that point, I did want to own a gallery, and I have been a freelance photographer in the past, so that was something that I really wanted to continue doing. But when I was 19, I only had my blog for 1 year. I don't think I realized what it could become. And looking at my life now, I don't think that at 19 I had been dreaming big enough. I don't think I had even taken any jewelry making classes, and I obviously didn't have my jewelry business. So much can happen in 10 years and your life can completely change. Her letter, she was a little more easy with herself, I think, and she was like, I hope this is what happens, but if it doesn't, and as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. And I think that's really true. Like, you can have this projection of your life, and I know people like to make, you know, the 1-year plan or the 5-year plan, and I like to make a vision board every year for kind of how I want my year to look like and the things I want to work on and manifest. This has taught me, I think, that you really have to be open to change, and life is never going to be what you expect it to be. But if you're set in your ways, if you're set in this idea of the way that you think it should be, you're going to miss out on opportunities. I came across something on social media the other day that the rapper Rust posted, and I'd like to just share it because I think it's really relevant. So let me find it. So many random memes in my camera roll. Relinquish your attachment to the known. Step into the unknown, and you will step into the field of all possibilities. In your willingness to step into the unknown, you will have the wisdom of uncertainty factored in. This means that in every moment of your life, you will have excitement, adventure, mystery. You will experience the fun of life, the magic, the celebration, the exhilaration, and the exaltation of your own spirit. Every day you can look for the excitement of what may occur in the field of all possibilities. When you experience uncertainty, you are on the right path, so don't give it up. You don't need to have a complete and rigid idea of what you'll be doing next week or next year, because if you have a very clear idea of what's going to happen and you get rigidly attached to it, then you shut out a whole range of possibilities. And I think that's so true. So even though my life is not how I really imagined it to be at this age, I am happy with where I'm at. And I can honestly say that. I've been awarded many great opportunities in the past 10 years, and I've experienced so much and gotten to meet so many cool, amazing people and go to new places. When I look back on my life, I'm not disappointed in the way that I spent my time or the choices that I made. So my friend also said, I think when we were 19 and we wrote these letters, we thought 30 was a lot older than it really is. And I think that's true, and especially for women, you think that you're supposed to have your entire life set up and together by 30. You know, society kind of pushes you towards marriage and kids and home ownership. All these things, if you don't consciously think about and question what you want, you might find yourself in a life that you're living that isn't true to you. And that's something that I would never want. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's okay to take your time with things, and it's okay to slow down, and it's okay to question. There's so much more life to live. I'm looking forward to the next 10 years. And for the goals that I haven't accomplished yet, I'm looking forward to still working on those, and maybe by 40. In the process, it's really important to just enjoy, because I think that's what we're really here for. Maybe we should write ourselves another letter for 40. That would be funny. And I'm gonna be a little easier on myself this time. I think that's something else that I've learned. I've been putting so much pressure on myself to accomplish specific goals, like home ownership, for example. Sometimes things don't fall in place for a reason, and yes, always like push for your goals, but I think you also need to know when to take a step back. If things aren't falling into place right now, then maybe they're just not meant to. Maybe there's something bigger in your future. I think I'm still learning to go with the flow, and that might be a constant lesson. So I think you just have to be open to where life leads you. It's okay for the things that you want to change. And as we grow, I think that's expected. I hope you guys really like this video and watching it helps you in some way. Maybe to just go with the flow a little bit more. All right, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. I'm totally blanking. I'm taking like a million takes because I want to get this right. And I hope that the letter, I don't embarrass myself too much with that one. Damn.